You thought normal guns could be cursed? Wait till you see how bad airsoft can get. Airsoft guns are literally just a gearbox, so you can fit one in any Lovecraftian device your little sick mind can imagine. But before we talk about these cursed airsoft guns, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. It has been mathematically proven that doing all that will increase your personal PR at the gym. Okay, we're starting it out light, even though this is heinous. This is a bolt-action spring AK-47, which is absurd to say. It gives Uncanny Valley vibes when you look at it. Like, you look at it once, and it's kind of okay, but then you do a double take, and you're like, what in God's name? This thing works, by the way. The guy who built it made an entire tutorial on how to make one, but it's in Korean, and thank God, because I don't want to see this at my local field. It's actually cool how it operates. It doesn't just chamber a BB. It actually chambers a fake bullet with a BB in it. I think the ATF would probably want to talk to you if you had one of these here in the United States, because that thing could definitely chamber a real bullet. By the way, the guy who made this is super talented, but he wastes his skills on this abomination. He's like those super good artists who spend their time making hentai. When I see this thing, I just imagine it sitting there and screaming at me and Russian. Let's just break this thing down. He's got the triple tape mags for that infinite ammo. He's got that optic mounted on top in a way that would ensure the best zero, which is electrical tape. Actually, I think the whole optic is backwards because the writing is the wrong way. He's got literally no barrel or handguard, almost guaranteeing that he's gonna shoot himself in the hand at some point. And we can't forget the anime waifu chibi, which adds a stat boost of plus 10% loneliness. 10 out of 10 build, bro. Will 100% result in you being made fun of when you go play airsoft. We got this double-sided M4. This is the Kurt Cobain POV airsoft gun. This isn't even that cursed. It's more visually interesting than anything. It takes a second of looking at it to find which is the pew end. I like how the person who made this went out of their way to make it so you have to move the butt pad down in order to shoot it. Nice little attention to detail with that. I just noticed Navrich got his logo on this. I bet he's crying looking at how people are butchering his products. Imagine someone running up to you with this thing at a CQB field. It would definitely make me pause long enough to get me shot. Oh, just a normal airsoft collection that we're looking at. He's got some really cool, expensive things in there.
Oh my goodness!
I'm not even gonna mention that abomination Mosin Obrez above it because it's actually pretty cool. What could possess you to do this to a Thompson? Who looks at a Thompson and says, yeah, this needs to look more like a P90? I'll tell you who. Someone that needs to be locked up in Arkham Asylum. It is so poorly put together too. Like, this thing is being held together by electrical tape. We have two different airsofters now using electrical tape to make absolute abominations. And two's a trend, which means we have to take away electrical tape from all airsofters. Y'all don't know how to act. He's also got a freaking flare gun and a Glock that's covered in something that looks like a poor texture render in Photoshop. Other than that nonsense, this guy's got some sick stuff. This is actually not cursed at all. It's really sick. We got what is effectively an airsoft blunderbuss, which I don't think has ever been done before. It looks like it's a grenade launcher of some sort with a bunch of 3D parts on it. I actually want the STL files for this so I can make one of my own. Never mind. The OP called this thing the blunderbussy. Never speak to me again. I had to include at least one Nerf conversion in there because they're so common. Airsofters will see a Nerf gun in Walmart and they'll be like, I'm gonna HPA that shit. Most of them are very poorly done, but this one seems like it had a lot of time put into it. Like, I don't totally hate looking at this thing. I think it'd be really funny to take this thing to one of those Nerf battles that little kids have and start going ham. That was a joke. Don't do that. What do you guys think is worse to get shot by? An HPA Nerf gun or a Nerf dart with a needle on it? Whoever made this was smoking the devil evil blunt passed to them directly from Satan himself. Please just leave the Thompsons alone. What is the obsession with taking a cool World War II replica and throwing some random shit on it? Do you think it really needs an EO tech on top of it? What about the tan, totally out of place grip? The answer is no. No, it doesn't. If you're gonna modernize a Thompson, at least try to do it right, kind of like the one in John Wick 4. That one's sick. What is the point of that second random 3D printed rail on top? What, are you gonna mount a magnifier for the optic? I was joking, please don't do that. The pistol chassis game is getting so crazy that the tuna industry is getting in on it. This dude threw an AAP-01 inside of a fish chassis and it turned out kind of sick. Don't get me wrong though, this thing is still heinous because I would personally lose my mind if I got shot out by someone with a freaking fish gun. I do, however, really like that a lot of thought went into making this thing. Like, pulling the tail actually cocks the gun and the little fishtail is on a swivel, so whenever the AAP is shot, it moves around. I actually might make one of these myself. I like this comment on the post. How would you holster that thing? Bass holster. That's it, guys. That's all I can handle for today. What's the takeaway here? You give airsofters a 3D printer and electrical tape and they won't know how to act. But yeah, guys, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Comment which one of these abominations you personally think is the worst. I personally think it's that second Thompson. Other than that, have a good day. Go to the gym right now.